The Office of the Vice President confirms receiving the summons of the Senate Impeachment Court. VP Sara Duterte is now compelled to attend her trial as she is accused of misusing confidential funds and amassed questionable wealth, among other allegations. Hannah T. is reporting live from the Senate. Hannah, when was the summons received?
The summons was received by the Office of the Vice President at around 10:40 this morning, and VP Sara now has 10 calendar days to respond after the Senate Impeachment Court served her the writ of summons this morning. The OVP confirmed receiving the document at exactly 10:40 a.m. today. On BNC's Politico Nightly, House Prosecution Panel member Manila 3rd District Representative Joel Chua said he does not expect the impeachment trial to last a full year.
Bagamat apat po yung articles, pero kung makikita po namin after 2 o 3 ay maayos na at naniniwala kami na meron ng enough na sapat na ebidensya para sa conviction ay maaring hindi na po ito tapusin sa 4. So depende po yan, lahat po yan depende sa magiging takbo po ng hearing.
The summons formally informs the Vice President of the charges filed against her under the articles of impeachment transmitted by the House of Representatives. Article 1 centers on the alleged misuse, misappropriation, and irregular liquidation of confidential funds amounting to more than 612 million pesos from the Office of the Vice President and the Department of Education. Article 2 accuses the Vice President of failing to properly disclose her assets, liabilities, and net worth, while also alleging unexplained wealth disproportionate to her lawful income. Article 3 involves allegations of bribery, graft, and corruption over supposed cash payments and procurement irregularities inside the DepEd, while Article 4 focuses on alleged betrayal of public trust, including her controversial remarks about contracting an assassin against President Bongbong Marcos, First Lady Liza Araneta Marcos, and former House Speaker Martin Romualdez, as well as alleged acts of political destabilization. Under Senate Rules, the House Prosecution Panel will then be given time to reply within 5 calendar days after VP Sara files her answer before the impeachment court moves to the trial proper.
Hannah, how is the Senate preparing for the trial? Lalo na pagkatapos ng tensyon dyan at may bali-balita na may napipintong kudeta na naman dyan sa Senado.
Simula kahapon, wala pa tayong naririnig mula kay Senate President Alan Peter Cayetano at doon sa huling ambush interview sa kanya, sinabi niya na pinaghahandaan daw itong napipintungang impeachment trial ni VP Sara, although hindi niya idinetalye dahil kahapon nawala siya sa gitna ng Senate session. Pagdating doon sa kudeta, ilang informant na rin ng BNC yung nagsabi na napipintunga itong another Senate coup this afternoon at medyo tahimik ang mood dito sa Senado dahil sa umano'y isa na namang kudeta or change of leadership. Inaantabayan na natin ngayon itong si SP Alan na kasalukuyan ay nasa isang meeting at hihingi tayo ng reaksyon mula sa kanya patungkol doon sa posibleng mangyaring paglipat ng ilang mga miyembro umano ng Senate Majority papunta sa 11 minority member na umano ay posibleng pangunahan ni Senator Win Gatchalian.
Okay, any word, Hannah, on Senator Bato de la Rosa? Where is he and will he attend the impeachment trial?
So far, wala pang nabibigay ang legal counsel ni Senator Bato de la Rosa patungkol sa kinaroroonan niya. Pero kanina sa isang press conference, sinabi at inilahad ng PNP ang isang CCTV footage ng pag-exit umano ni Senator Bato de la Rosa at namataan na isa sa mga unang lumabas pasado alas 2:30 ng madaling araw nitong nakaraang linggo, around Thursday, early morning, nauna si Senator Robin Padilla umexit ng Senate premises kasunod ni Senator Bato. This is after all the reports na umalis na nga at wala na rito sa Senate premises si Senator Bato de la Rosa. Pagdating doon sa posibleng attendance niya sa napipintong impeachment trial ni VP Sara as well as the Senate sessions, nauna na kasing nagkaroon ng motion itong si Senator Rodante Marcoleta or proposal na magkaroon ng amendment sa Rule 14 ng Senate Rules by inserting a paragraph na mag-a-allow sa isang senador na mag-participate sa mga session through teleconference, video conference, or other reliable forms of remote or electronic means using appropriate information and communications technology. Dahil in simple terms, wala kasi sa Senate Rules itong pag-allow sa isang senador na dumalo sa mga sesyon at sa impeachment proceedings via remote or Zoom or online. At yan yung isa sa mga proposal ni Marcoleta. At so far, since acting pa lang na Senate Majority Leader itong si Senator Joel Villanueva, nirefer muna ang proposal na amendment sa Senate Committee on Rules. Mai?
Hana, huling tanong na lang, may reaksyon na ba si SP Alan Peter Cayetano at yung new Senate majority doon sa sinabi ni DILG Chief kagabi na there was no attack, the Senate was never under attack, at yung posibleng kasuhan sila, lalo na si Senator Robin Padilla, ng obstruction of justice dahil sa pag-alis ni Senator Bato sa Senado?
Kahapon may nanindigan itong si Senator Robin Padilla na the Senate is under attack, at least for the Senator himself. At since person of interest nga rin itong si Padilla dahil siya raw yung kasama ni Senator Bato na lumabas ng Senate premises, sabi niya hihintayin na lang daw niyang magkaroon ng development itong investigasyon at kung kakailanganin siyang pasiputin ng mga otoridad kaugnay nga sa ginagawang probe sa Senate shooting incident. But on the part of the Senate minority, they think at least for Senator Raffy Tulfo, sinabi niya kahapon na hindi magkakaroon ng gulo kung walang nangyaring putukan. So for Senator Raffy Tulfo, it seemed like the Senate was not under attack. Back to you, Mai.
Thank you, Hana T, joining us live from the Senate.